small, forgotten town nestled between desolate hills and endless forests, there lived an old man named Ezra. The passing years had left him with only shadows for company, and the once vibrant streets now echoed with the haunting whispers of solitude. His house, weathered and worn, stood at the edge of town like a forgotten relic of the past. Ezra was known for his reclusive nature, and the town's folk would gossip about the strange occurrences at his home. Rumors spoke of a box, a mysterious container hid away in the darkest corner of his basement. Some said it contained untold riches, while others believed it harbored something far more sinister. Late one stormy night, curiosity and desperation drove a brave soul to break into Ezra's abode. The creaking floorboards and the howling wind outside seemed to conspire against the intruder. In the dim light of a flickering lantern, he descended into the depths of the old man's dwelling, guided only by the whispering winds that seemed to beckon him forward. The basement was damp and cold, the air thick with an ancient musk. As the intruder approached a dusty corner, his lantern illuminated a small, unassuming box. It was a simple wooden thing, weathered and warped, but an aura of foreboding clung to it like a shroud. With trembling hands, the intruder opened the box and found it filled with stacks of old, yellowed bills, a fortune hidden from the world. The discovery sent shivers down his spine, but greed overshadowed fear. In a frenzy, he stuffed his pockets with the crumpled bills, the whispers around him growing louder with each passing second. As he made his way back up the stairs, the storm outside intensified, and the whispers seemed to merge into anguished wails. The shadows danced ominously, playing tricks on his mind. The intruder stumbled through the darkness, only to find himself back in the basement, facing the same box. His heart pounded in his chest as he realized the impossibility of his situation. The box seemed to mock him. Its lid now closed, the money vanished. Panic set in, and he frantically searched for an exit, but the stairs seemed to stretch infinitely downward. The intruder's frantic search led him deeper into the abyss of the basement. Each step he took seemed to resonate with a muffled echo, creating an eerie symphony of despair. The walls of the dimly lit staircase closed in on him, and shadows seemed to dance with malevolent intent. As he descended further, the air grew thick with a suffocating dread. Whispers that once seemed distant now enveloped him, a collection of voices that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Shapes shifted in the darkness, and the intruder's vision blurred between reality and nightmare. In his desperate attempt to escape the unending staircase, he stumbled upon a room that wasn't there before. The door creaked open with a sinister invitation, revealing a space filled with ancient relics and forgotten memories. It was as if he had stepped into the haunted recesses of time itself. The box, now perched atop a dusty pedestal, beckoned him with an otherworldly allure. Its lid was ajar, revealing a pulsating, ethereal light that danced with the shadows. The money, once vanished, reappeared in an unsettling display of supernatural whimsy. The intruder hesitated, caught between the terror of the unknown and the allure of unimaginable wealth. The room seemed to breathe with a malevolent energy, and the whispers grew more insistent, urging him to make a choice that transcended the boundaries of reason. He inched closer, mesmerized by the luminescence that seemed to beckon not just his eyes, but his very soul. The whispers, now more distinct, hissed promises of wealth, power, anything his heart desired. Each step felt heavier, the air thicker with a cloying, musky scent that tickled the back of his throat. As he reached the pedestal, the light pulsed once, briefly casting the room in an unnatural blood-red glow. In that fleeting moment, he glimpsed intricate symbols carved into the box's surface, writhing like living things. Panic flared, but the whispers drowned it out, chanting of boundless riches just beyond his fingertips. With trembling hands, he reached for the lid. The air crackled, and a jolt of icy pain shot through his arm. He recoiled, but the whispers turned to screams accusing him of cowardice, of squandering his destiny. Driven by a morbid curiosity and a chilling desperation, he forced his hand around the edge of the lid. Metal scraped against bone, a grotesque soundtrack to his transgression. He pried it open, gasping at the sight that lay within. It wasn't gold or jewels that filled the box, but an abyss, an inky blackness that pulsed with the same otherworldly light, beckoning him with an irresistible force. He knew, with a sickening certainty, that crossing the threshold meant something irreversible, something beyond the realm of comprehension. But the whispers, now deafening, painted a different picture. They spoke of liberation, of transcending the mundane, of becoming something more. His gaze locked on the darkness, its edges swirling, pulsating, beckoning. With a ragged sigh, he surrendered. He threw open his arms and stepped into the void, the screams of the room abruptly replaced by a chilling silence. The box on the pedestal slammed shut, the ethereal light dying as the room returned to its dusty slumber. And somewhere, in the infinite abyss, a new horror was born, forever bound to the soul who dared to choose wealth over sanity.